What's good, everyone? I hope you've had a great start to your week. I've been a little silent because we were just, waiting for our day to our week to start in terms of trading, which was today on Wednesday, because we had CPI, and as you can see, we've had a lot of movement here. We did inside day yesterday. It's my favorite thing to see before the day starts. But again, I hope you guys have had a blessed week, and thank you for everyone that has shown up. So we're going to kind of get into what we'll be expecting today. We have, of course, Fed Chairman Powell speaking at 10 a.m., so we will not be engaging in the market until after 10 o'clock. And then we have lovely, in quotations, President Trump speaking. It says tentative, so that's literally any time. And I don't know when they have that scheduled. I don't know if I should be looking online to kind of figure that out. Maybe I'll do that before 10 o'clock. I'll see if I can find something and see if it'll let us know when he's speaking. But the last couple days he's been speaking in the PM session, so pretty much after the market is closed. So hopefully we're not gonna get like a very choppy morning. But again, we don't really know what we're gonna get until it happens. So we start in the higher time frame. I'm still leaning towards these highs getting taken out. We do have PPI tomorrow, so we could end up potentially getting that tomorrow. I'm not sure. I would like to see it today. I kind of like to see us kind of rip and close above this, but we'll kind of see what we're getting in the market structure that we have there. What I did notice though is on the 1 hour time frame, we have SMT at these highs. So from Monday to Tuesday, here is some SMT there, which would insinuate lower prices and potentially want to go a little bit lower. So we could see kind of what we're going to get there. I don't think we took out this high. I think maybe we left them equal. So it looks as of right now potentially looking for downside objectives, but I really am trying to see these highs get taken. So we'll see where we are and kind of what we have, and we'll flesh out everything because I didn't do that today just so we can have a better understanding of that. So this is the opening gap. We don't really need to be worried about that right now. We know we're going to have a large opening gap to the downside, so we're going to have a discount gap. So we're going to go here. We're going to go on the higher time frames and see what we kind of get. I think we're going to have to go to like maybe a 4 hour chart here to kind of see what has happened. So far in about 45 minutes, we will have reclaimed this gap here on the 4 hour chart. So we close above it, and then we have now, if 45 minutes, we can close below, which we can't take a trade till after 10 anyways. So this would be a potential area from this middle line below that we'd be looking for potentially a sell. I have to weigh the options and kind of see what we're going to get, but this is a 4 hour, and this would be a reclaimed fair value gap. So it would be an H4. So you can tell it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been on here. But yes, that's a H4 gap that we have there. If we are looking for lower prices, which I don't really want to see, but I am looking at this. We had SMT here. We then, as of right now, potentially have closed down into it. I know we've also traded into the new week opening gap, which you cannot see on I have it on another chart. So we're back down in that actually right here. I would love to see us come up here because to me this is lovely buy side. It left it there really nice and clean. So that's honestly what I would like to see. But if I'm looking on the higher time frame, we did have a so I'm just trying to do this. So we have equal highs there, but on the 4 hour chart we can kind of see where we are. We did inverse this. If I was expecting bullishness, and I understand with CPI it can go way past where you think it can go, I would have expected this one at 2 o'clock to hold price and us to trade higher. I see this up here. This is where I think we're trying to go. But we'll see what we get here. We shall see what we get. So can't do anything until 10 o'clock because we have Powell. So I'm expecting a very choppy morning. And off the beginning, or at least until 10 o'clock, that's what I'm expecting. Again, I haven't really done anything on this. I'm down 325 from taking the last two trades, which were a loss. So again, we'll be trading with 2. And, we need to make at least half of that. And then pretty much going to 50 handles. I'll make more than half of that, and then I'll be back to my regular a lot size or position size. So just on the 4-hour chart, that's kind of what we see there. The hourly chart, again, we see it below. We do have this breaker here, which is in the lower portion as well. I'm not going to note that, but I do see that there. Also, the 15-minute chart, we have, again, this is just a more clear version of the breaker here. And so we could see, we'll see what we get in this area up here if we can trade back up into that. I would really like to see it kind of inverse this, but yeah, just right now where we are, these are kind of like, that's kind of really the only level that I see and currently have. So on the daily chart, we are also back inside of this. I think it's better on the other chart. On the daily level, we are back inside of this volume balance. Let's just put this in a little bit closer. So we're back inside this volume balance. When I honestly saw this, I liked how we kind of had an inside day, but also we're inside of this. Now we've kind of traded below. I would want to see us kind of start to trade up to these highs and ultimately try to attack these. But we do this volume balance, maybe come back down in here. We hit the weekly order block again. So we'll see what we get here. I'm expecting upside, but we'll see what happens pretty much post CPI. Post 10 o'clock. And I'll still be checking to see when Trump is supposed to be speaking. If they can kind of have some news there, that would be very helpful, because then I would wait until after that. But we'll see what kind of market we get. But yeah, upper portion of this, we spent a lot of time also in this fair value gap. We've used it, traded below it, came back up above it, then we used it again, and then so we spent a lot of time in here. To be honest, I don't really look at the monthly chart, but let's take a look at it right now. So on the monthly chart, we have this order block here. I'd probably use this one in this wick. Notice if we use the wick and then we do the 50%. Notice how this pretty much went 50% of the wick on a monthly chart. So remember, that's also considered a gap. So, and the bodies were not even close to being down here. It would have been nice if there was a fair value gap, because then I would think it would definitely trade up to there, which is what we're kind of looking for. But yeah, nice to look at the monthly for a little bit. But we'll see what we get here. Just a lot of buy side up there, but that looks very clean too. I'm not gonna lie. Look at that. But I would like to see the upside get taken. That's just personally what I would like to see. But we will let the market show us and be very clear on what we'll be looking for today. So again, saw SMT here, but I'm thinking that we're gonna see upside. Like, that's just literally when when last Friday it did that. Was not expecting that, but there was also SMT there, because here's that same high. So we'll see. See what we can get here. But again, then we'll have a massive discount gap. That's the buy side liquidity there. 15-minute chart. We also have this low here. That'd be the current week low. But yeah, that's pretty much that's the business until pretty much 10 o'clock. We have 10 minutes until the market opens. But remember, we have Powell speaking today at 10 o'clock, so not going to be in a rush to get in either. And if today is not like a clean enough day for me to put on a trade, I'm not going to put something on. I'll wait until tomorrow. We do have PPI. Hopefully Trump isn't speaking then either. I'm going to try to figure out when when Trump is supposed to speak today. Maybe they'll have that. Because you know what happened last time? Yeah, last time we took a trade before Trump was speaking, and I didn't even know he was speaking that day, so that's what got me into checking the economic calendar every day, because I didn't do that. Is this today? Or was this yesterday? Wait, that's not it. I don't know. But also, if anyone, you know, is in there and knows or is watching the news, you can let me know, because I don't really see anything that talks about when he's supposed to speak today. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it's a little bit later today, or no, he just doesn't speak at all. One of those is better. But yeah, so if we don't get a trade today, it's gonna happen Thursday or Friday potentially. Those will be the next 2 days I have my eye. But earlier, let's just, since we have time, let's go back and look at. We'll take this off. Go here. I'm gonna hide this. If we actually go to yesterday, there was a pretty nice setup there, pretty much on how I look at the charts. And so I'll do like a little bit of I didn't trade yesterday, wasn't interested, but I'm going to kind of show you here. So you see we have this fair value gap overlapping with this breaker, so extend that out in time. Also, it's kind of cool how the upper portion, oops, let me just hide this for now. The upper portion is being supported here. I find it to be very cool. That's like a key signature that I look for that overlaps with this. So would I take this trade exactly right here? No, I don't. That's not how I trade. And so if you go into the 5-minute chart, right? Because this is what I'm doing on the other charts that you don't see. Actually, no, you guys do see this, but this is like the process. So instead of it all being on one chart, you see I have the 15-minute here in the upper corner, the bottom left I have the 5-minute, and then the 1 minute is where you guys see me do my entry on. So then I look at here, I'm like, okay, I like this. What else do I see there? I like how it failed to hit this inverse. And then we have what? An order block. So we trade below there, we trade above. We had an order block. So Powell was speaking yesterday at what time? 10 o'clock. So I can't take my trade until when? If I was interested, I can't take a trade till after 10 o'clock. So after this line, that's where I can look for an entry. So let's go down to the 1-minute chart. Then everything starts to flush out. So this is the remember this is the 5-minute order block. Here. Yeah, we still have some time. 5-minute order block. We have a high, low, higher high. This whole thing is a breaker. And then you have a fair value gap. Now, this is not my favorite one in terms of a setup. And why is it not my favorite one? Because of where the fair value gap is located. It's in the lower portion. I would have liked it better if it was up here, but this is still okay. Not my favorite one, but it's okay. And then the answer is, does it offer 50 handles? It does. Hold up, let's finish it through. Hold up. Just hope I don't. There it is. There you go. So it offers 50 handles. I know because I did it yesterday. That's why. But so that's a trade setup. So looking for 50 handles with 2.75 handles of drawdown. It's not bad. So yeah, nothing here excites me. That's the trade setup. Stop loss would have to go underneath here, and you see it offers more than what we would need. And what would I actually be targeting? I would be targeting the new day opening gap, which is from today. I mean from the current day, and then there was like clustering of new week opening gaps, and everything was above there. So I just want to show you that. That's how I break down all my trades. That's pretty much what I'm looking for. And if it doesn't have that signature, then there's really nothing I can do there. I want to also see if, yeah, see also, which is cool. And this is, you have SMT here as well. So you see how that low, this low is, this low is lower than this one, you go back up, this low is higher than that one. So that's another signature that I also like looking, and that gives me more confidence in my trades when I take them, when I see that. So that would give me a lot more confidence to buy right there and expect for it to go higher. So that's what it would have been if I would have actually been looking in the charts, because that's just the process, and it would have worked. If it would have lost, I would have told you it would have lost. Like, it's the same process, doesn't change. As you see, again, there's still SMT there as well. So that's what I'm saying, kind of, we'll see. I think this is supposed to be the 15-minute chart. I don't know, actually. Nah, okay. But that's the process. That's what I do every day. When I'm looking for a trade, it's the same thing. It follows that criteria, and yeah, and I also look for the first presented for value gap when to set form. I think that's very important for me in how I use the charts. And then I also, on another chart, I have ICT calls it pretty much the matrix chart. So I have a 5-minute, a 4-minute, a 3, a 2, and a 1. I like to see what it looks like on that. To be honest, sometimes I forget that it's there. So I do a lot of, I will look at the 2-minute chart here, but I do sometimes look over there to kind of see what it looks like, but sometimes I do forget that it's actually there. But yeah, so again, it's looking very heavy, but I'm just looking at this up here. Obviously, I see this breaker, so can't enter it till 10 o'clock anyways, but we'll see if we just shoot up there and do we break down, or do we actually go up there? Because if we break down, then we have this low, and potentially we could be going a little bit lower. We may not actually get up to where I think it should go, but we shall see. How has everyone's week been? The funniest thing I think about what is this? The PC, or I guess this is Windows. If you spell something wrong, it tells you to learn spelling. I think that's just so funny. I never clicked on it, but let me show you. I think it's just kind of, let's see, AXD, let's say, something like that. So it says it's wrong, and then you click on it, it says learn spelling. I don't know if that's like a slight at people. I don't know. Sometimes I guess it can be taken the wrong way. But I don't know. I never clicked on it, so I don't really know what it is. But sometimes when you spell things wrong, it doesn't really help out when it says learn spelling. So, just something I'd like to share with you guys. Thought it was interesting. For a second, I thought I was muted the whole time. That would have been very interesting. I thought about adding like this. Oh, it's 9:30 now. So this, so we have a large, as you can see, a very, very large. I'm gonna delete this, or not hide it. We have a large opening range gap, which is preferred. So I'd like to see us again trade higher, and at least hit the consequent encroachment of that, which is here, 67, wait, 61. There it is. So that's potential. It's pretty much right there. Let me see where it actually overlaps with on the electronic trading hours. So that's also in the lower portion of this. Let's just go to a 15-minute chart so you can see that also overlaps with this breaker, which I find that to be very interesting. But yeah, we might leave it like this for now. But yeah, nothing really of of interest. I do need to pay attention to this on probably a little bit lower time frame as well. Let's see if we see some type of we already know there's SMT. I think that doesn't show up here and from the highs, so we'll see what we're gonna get here. Again, if we get below this low here but don't get below this low here, could potentially see some type of SMT gaining there, because again, we know on the higher time frame we're inside of this daily volume imbalance, but also hitting the weekly order block. So yeah, just gotta be patient today, especially with this large range. But also, like, we did take out yesterday, actually, so none of them, we haven't taken out the previous day's high in any of them, and also we stayed inside of this candle here from Monday. So I'm thinking and would like to see us trade above Monday's high and then expand above that. That's what I would be looking for. That's what I would favor. But we need to see evidence that it wants to trade up to here and then ultimately trade up to Monday's high. So I think I'm going to note that. That's not what I meant to do. I think I'm going to note the Monday high, and we'll see if we can target that at least. So I'm just going to do Monday high. So it's Monday high. That'd be a target. And then obviously buy side is here. Oh, I think I already have that one. No, I don't have that one. Buy side there and buy side here. So that's what I'm looking for. See if we can get that. I want to see us pretty much overlap this whole thing. And do I have that? No. Wait, why is that not on there? Okay, no, it's there. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for. That's it. So this is potentially the first presented fair value gap. Might form at 932. This right here. And as I always do, I like to, at least it's a reminder for me, but why is this not working? I usually put it in yellow. So that's the first presented fair value gap. That's there. So it formed at 932, which is something that I like to see. I prefer that. I prefer that it's early. But again, we have to know what we have for the day. Powell speaking at 10, so nothing to do until then. Just chillax, have some fun together. Chillax. Oops, I do that every time. Do we have anything here? No, I mean, you do have candle SMT. I don't necessarily pay attention to that much, but we have this low there that didn't go as low. So I want to see us, like, if we start getting above and start closing some of this in, that is bueno. We do have Dow going lower, so there's SMT there, but I'm looking more at, see what we get here. Now, if I was insanely bullish and everything was like the time element, let me just see where this is located as well before I start saying some stuff. Yeah, it's fine. I was insanely bullish and I liked, well, never mind. It's not going to form. I was going to say if this had created a fair value gap, I would like this. And I would expect this to remain a breakaway gap. But we pretty much closed it up right away. So, and we traded up inside of a 15-minute fair value gap, the lower portion. So we might see us come down into here. There is a mini, like when I say mini, like very, very small fair value gap here, very small. Right there. It's there, very, very small. But if I was looking at this, I would have liked it to be a lot bigger. This can still offer support here. I just would have liked it if it was a little bit bigger. I would have said, okay, well, if we create a fair value gap here, I would like that and see if we can trade up higher and leaving this open. That's what I would have expected. It can still happen, but yeah, it's just too small of a fair value gap, even though that's all it needs, just personal preference, because I like to show more excitement going above this. But we'll see what we get here. Again, I'm looking for higher prices. I don't necessarily want to see it go lower. I'm trying to see it take out all this up above here. I'm thinking this is like the Judas swing to run down, think people it's short, it's going to go short, and then just rake it above all of this. That's what I'm expecting today. Again, we use the top end of the new week opening gap from this current week. Just going to figure out where. Yeah, so this pretty much the low of this candle. Of this one. Hit the new week, the top of the new week. No, that's the. Was? Yeah, I have them switched. Oopsies. Yeah, so we hit the top. I have it as the low. I'm like, wait, that don't make any sense. So I gotta switch this. So hit the top of the new week opening gap from this current week. So again, that would have more evidence of why I would have liked this one. But again, I explained why just the fair value gap was just a little bit too small for me. So, and then again, as I always do, I keep forgetting. Can't do anything until 10 o'clock because we got Powell speaking. So the interesting thing is sometimes we do see framework and setups that happen before the time that we think they should occur, or think. So pretty much we'll sometimes see setups form before we're allowed to like get in, and that used to be like one of my hardest things to deal with, was when I would see a setup like this one, even though I didn't necessarily like it, but I could see it forming, and just watch it hit, let's say 50 handles, which it might do today. Like it might do it already. Like it would need to go up to there pretty much, which it looks like it's gonna do. Like for to sit in a trade or to sit and watch and wait, and then have a trade go and do everything I would want it to do in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 minutes. Let's say it hits in 6 minutes. Like then my stream would be done. I'd be done. I can go do things and go about my day. But I understand that this there's rules that I have set for myself to help protect me and help me in situations like this. And I know that there is a speaker coming, so it could literally come all up here and then rip all the way down here, clean this up, and then go higher. Or it can just start down here, had a perfect call, and then go all the way up and take that out. I don't know which one it's gonna do. And I'm okay with waiting until 10 o'clock. And if I don't see anything, then I don't see anything, and I don't get anything. And that's also okay. Learning to be patient and to wait and to know what you're looking for. It's better than to just rush in and hope that certain things are gonna happen. Now, this is like my favorite thing. Like now seeing that it didn't reject, because I don't know if you remember from Friday. Remember on Friday we were looking at pretty much a similar setup where it was kind of trading up into a 15-minute fair value gap, but the thing was it had pretty much went up there and then rejected right away. We're not getting that same signature right here. So that's a good sign with this. And we have 3 minutes left in a 15-minute candle, and look how we're closing. So I do like that. But yeah, you just have to be patient here. Do I think it's going to come up in here? I think so. I think it can come up and up to at least the bottom of this breaker, which is this 21,677, like at least that area. I think it can get up there as well, get up there too. So it's just being patient, know what I'm looking for, and being okay with seeing something that I called out in advance happen. At least lets me know that I'm on side and that I'm doing something right. There we go. So it would have happened in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. So in 6 candles, my day would be done and I would be chilling if Powell wasn't speaking. Because this would have been all that I needed. Even though I didn't necessarily like it this much, it was a small fair value gap. I just would have had to. I would have used probably 1, if I'm being honest, because of how small it was. But yeah, so I'll take a picture of that because this is how I have data. I look for data points. I have things. Okay, so like when I go back and today's over, win or loss doesn't matter. I'll know that I saw this and I saw this fair value gap. If it formed, that I would take the trade. This I would expect it to be a breakaway gap, which it ultimately ended up happening. And then I look for 51 handles. Bang, it offered it. Done. That's how I would go in my journal today, even though I didn't take it. And that's what has helped me see also, which I didn't notice at the same time though, but this is an inverse fair value gap. Look where it stopped. Also hit the top end of what? The new week opening gap high. So, yeah, a lot of things there. Wait. Yep, so that's the... But yeah, I thought about adding like lo-fi into this. Lo-fi music. Let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in. But yes, it could with Powell. This could just run all the way up there and end up, hitting the buy side, going 200 points. That's fine as well. But with how much drawdown? I mean, literally, I think it was like no drawdown. 7.5 handles of drawdown. And then what for 200 points? So we'll see. If it's meant for us to be in this trade, it'll set up. But again, I've been looking for higher prices this whole time. I'm not looking for lower prices. I've been eyeing this buy side right there. So hopefully we can get a nice breaker set up or something that we can overlap with and to get us up into this right there. That's what I want to see. I'd rather it not happen before 10 o'clock. I like to kind of see us, power up there and then dip at 10 o'clock and then offer that. I would like to see that, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm trying to tell you, sometimes ice just, it's needed. I don't know. Be tasting good. See, I like that close. Love that close with this. Yes, because what I would expect, if it's very heavy, I would expect it to not be doing all this. So we'll see. We're having similar support with ES, just not as strong. Let's take a look at that. Not as strong, but similar support there. Again, this is just very clean, very easy. That's what we want to see happen in price. Again, this offered way more than 50 handles. So we know at least of right now what we're looking for, we're on the right side. This is my target. Like if I can get a trade set up running into this, that would be ideal. And then obviously we have the Monday high. Just gonna make sure we have current current week Monday high. That's what we're also looking for as a target. And then this is that like pretty much the equal highs up there. That'd be a target. Now, can we get that today? Hopefully we can get that today. Do we get that today? I don't know. Because we got to remember we also have PPI tomorrow. So again, it's also nice to see like we have a 1 minute fair value gap here holding price higher. So that is a lot of showing a lot of strength there. But these are where hopefully we can get a setup running into any of these highs. That's what I'm looking for. Hopefully it doesn't just, run straight away. I want to see Powell talk and create a some sort of retracement, fair value gap on a higher time frame. Us trade down into it. Remember, leave this as a breakaway gap. This is the first presented fair value gap. I turn it yellow to remind myself, but usually it's like a green color. So, we were expecting this to stay open. Breaker set up here. And look how we had pretty much just straight blue candles or light blue candles. So there was no pullback at all, essentially. And just running straight up. Now, I do understand like where we are. Let's take a look at this fair value gap where we are. Still in the lower portion. But if we can create some type of setup up here, that would be helpful. But I'm looking for long, so I'm not looking for shorts at all today. We also get Dow traded below SMT there. Remember I talked about candle SMT. I don't necessarily do this, but I know a trader who does, and I kind of had seen that. I think his name is Matt something, like Sniper FX or something. He kind of talked about candle SMT, so you do have that here as well, but that's not necessarily in my model, but something I do notice. So it'd be nice to create a fair value gap here. Kind of at 10, or even if we come down here at 10 and then 10 we create a fair value gap above this, I'm targeting up there. So again, we have two fair value gaps, like one there, one there. Go to like a 10-minute chart. This we would still have two. 15-minute chart, we have one, so we can just kind of keep it there. But this closes a little bit later. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Again, just upside. I'm telling you, it's so calming being able to trade now and just like relax, not be, oops, see, I almost forgot to do something. So I have my Whoop, right? And I like to take, measure everything when I'm trading. Because sometimes, I'd be putting that trade on and then my heart be going a million miles per hour. And that's something else I'm still trying to work on. That's from the the lovely scars that I gave myself from not trading, or trading before I knew how to do anything. So that's where that came from. But yeah. But it's so nice to just be able to sit here and chill, not be stressed out about it doing one thing or another. I don't know if you watched my video, the last video I made, when I was pretty much talking about the last couple of days, or the last week was pretty tough, especially on the earlier days when I think it was like Wednesday or something, or Thursday. We pretty much called the market, but it didn't really give a setup at all. It just kind of just ran higher. Let's just note this as well, this fair value gap. So we do have this fair value gap. We'd want this to hold. It's there now, so I'm going to note it. Again, I don't want too much on my charts, but yeah, it was kind of hard. And also, okay, so inside of this one, I'm not going to do it, but you see this fair value gap there. If we trade down, that's the one I want to see being respected, is right in, but I might put the little lines there actually. This small fair value gap, that's what I like to see price respect. If it's going to trade down into it, may not. Maybe it trades down into it at 10. We'll see what we get. But that's what I'd like to see is up here. If we can trade down into that or create something that aligns. And we are looking for this buy side. So hopefully it doesn't just, you know, run off without us. We have a lot of points to. We have a lot of area to cover. So I'd love to see us come down here, take this out and this trade into here, or fail, doesn't matter, or tap into it and then create a fair value gap above here. I would trust that and I would take that higher. This needs to be on this time frame only. No. So we know what we're looking for. Now we just wait. We just wait. Oh yeah, look at that. SMT here. So again, that even gives more of a likelihood of taking this trade if we didn't have Powell speaking. Let me just check to see if they have Trump at all, if they've updated that. Nope, still tentative. But yeah, so we have SMT here, which would give more confidence in taking this trade here because of what we see on ES. This went lower. So you see that. So yeah. Again, just have rules and protocols for certain things. We have 7 minutes until good old Powell starts talking. We do have this fair value gap. It is overlapped with a first presented fair value gap from January 21st. This one right here. Again, love to see this come down, create a fair value gap, trade down into that fair value gap. Then we know we're targeting up there. We knows that. Now it's just a waiting game. Waiting for time to align. At some point, you know, in my career, just not now, I will take this trade and be done, or hold it, take majority of it off, move my stop up, and just hold it up until here. At some point in my trading career, I'll do that. Just not right now. Not right now. Could also be nice if you know, come down here, create a fair value gap, and then also this is a down close candle, maybe, or if it's not, that's fine. And you know, come down here, expand away, and tack up there. Again, create a breaker. I'm all for that. So it's almost 10 o'clock. I understand that there's 5 minutes left, so just gonna be waiting. Waiting. Also, I like that fair value gap if we can create a this fair value gap on the 15-minute chart. That pretty much, this one right here. I need to change this to everyone below. This one right here, because then if you have this, if we outline this, it's not yet. But look where this 15-minute one, or this 5-minute one occurs inside of that, so that's why I like that one. Not gonna put that on there, but just where my eyes are looking and what I'm looking at and looking for. Yeah, see how we were targeting up there too, because we have January, we have the new week opening gap from the week of January 26th, 2025. So that's what I'll be targeting. Again, I only look for 50 handles, even though I'd love to, if it create a breaker, I'd love to hold it for that long, get 168 handles, but that's not my model. My model is 50, and I'll grow into trading longer. I find consistency with 50, so that's what I'm going to use when that happens. I have thought about when I'm using a higher, like when I get my 150K account from Top Step, I believe I'll do with them. I will figure out how I'll eventually end up doing this, where I'll hold for, I'll leave a little bit on for a longer time frame target, but yeah, when I get to that point, we'll get there. So about a minute 30 seconds, then we'll have Powell speaking, and hopefully it gives us a chance to do something and not just run away. If it does, then I guess that's what we have today. Let's see again with Trump. Did they update it? Nope, still tentative. That's not the fun part. And for me, the news, in terms of what they say, I don't necessarily care what they say. It's just the timing. What time are they saying things, so I know kind of when to sit on my hands for a little bit. So 30 seconds or so, and then we have news. But we'll see. I mean, I don't actually want to see it come down. Where's my mouse? Where is it? Okay, it's over here. I don't want to see us come down into this. I'm just going to be honest. Coming that deep is not ideal, in my opinion. So, again, I don't want to see this just hold and just scream up in about 3 seconds, but anything can happen when he starts talking. I want to see it come down. That's what I want to see. Because now we have a 5-minute fair value gap there. Right there. And if we create a gap above here, I'd be looking to take it up there. So that's what I want to see. Want to see that. We're trading down into the, well, not yet, almost. The 15-minute, I'm going to label this as an institutional order flow entry drill, because that's what I believe that it is. Make it a little bit thinner. So you can see that. So I'd want to see it just hit in there now. I want to see it move away with speed. I want to see if we can get down to this gap, or if we fail to get down to that gap, even better. And then move away. That's what I would want to see. So my hands are kind of still, but kind of waiting to see that. Don't really want to see it trade too deep into that 15-minute fair value gap. Expecting this 5. Okay, so we hit that 1 minute gap there. I like to see us hold that. Remember, the wicks can trade outside. I'd rather not see it do that. But as long as they can hold in that and then kind of respond away, then you know what we're looking for. Up there. Now it looks weird. It's fine. Right there. So yeah, I like to see us start moving away with some speed. We did fall short of the new week opening gap low from December 29th. So now S&P is kind of trading down into its it failed. So it'd be nice to see if it actually fails and cannot even trade down there. That would be actually even more beneficial. But now I want to see some speed moving away. If we can get that, then I'll be willing to take this trade, and I'll be targeting that buy side up there. I like where the bodies have closed inside of that gap of the 1 minute chart that we are able to see and call. But just patient, nothing there yet. So close outside of that gap. We've completely closed in the 5 minute gap, at least with the wicks. Close that in completely. We'll see where we end up closing. But again, yeah, I'm looking for higher prices. We're hitting anything? Okay, so there is a new week opening gap low. New week opening gap from January 10th, I believe. Where there's a gap over that one, so this one might be a little bit more important down there. But hopefully we leave that one open. That one has a breakaway gap. The 1 minute chart I would like to see it actually close inside. But we'll see. Again, just some patience. Have to wait. Have to wait. Did they do anything with Trump? Did they update it? Nope, tentative. So usually he speaks in the afternoon, so could potentially be seeing that today as well. Again, we could trade down into this lower gap on the 5 minute chart. I didn't see what it overlapped with, but again, I don't like how we closed through that, if I'm being honest. But again, this one could be the, I will say key, but it could be that one. I want to see the first presented fair value gap stay open. I don't really want to see it get traded to. Just the waiting. So it looked like it kind of hit the bottom end of that fair value gap that we're looking to see support. Looked like it kind of hit that. There's a volume imbalance there as well on the 1 minute chart. That's one of the weaker ones. But S&P kind of looks like it's potential willingness to go a little bit higher. So we're just gonna sit and wait. Okay, so traded down into that. It hit the top end of the new week opening gap high from January 19th. So just kind of watching. There's nothing there for me in terms of downside either. So, but I'm expecting a bullishness. I'm not fooled by this. Wanting to see it go lower, or seeing it trade down. Can go deeper into the fair value gap that has the overlapping of the new week opening gap high, and then react from there, which is what would be more beneficial, which it looks like it's doing. So instead of having this one, this one I think is more of the one that is a little bit more important because of what it's overlapping with. You also have this order block, and you can look at the response there. It's a pretty nice response from a new week opening gap low. I think I said that was the high. I'm sorry. Pretty nice response for it. Like the bodies are nowhere close. So we'll see what we're kind of getting here. Again, no rush to do anything. Waiting for my setup to occur. Or it just doesn't. Either or. It's fine with me. Again, I'm looking for higher prices. See, I feel like it wants to trade up a little bit higher and take out that buy side. I don't know if it's gonna do it later. So now I just know we have the 5 minute. We have now a 5 minute gap here as well. So I have to be wary of that. That's no longer, in my opinion, EO Fed because it's traded too deep into that. Way too deep to be an institutional or financial drill. Way, way, way too deep. Again, things have to overlap for me to take a trade. I don't just take a trade because it looks like it's going to bounce off a specific level. Just have to wait and be patient and see what you're going to get. Again, this 4-hour inverse fair value gap, or reclaim, sorry, fair value gap, looks to be holding right now. I don't know if there's a... Yes, we hit the top end of the January. I think that was a large gap. But January 31st, new day opening gap, hit the top end of that. That was a very large gap. So we went back down inside the 5 minute fair value gap. Again, spending a lot of time down here. more than I would like to see in trades, like especially in fair value gaps. We're spending way too much time. Way too much time. Yep, looking very heavy. NGL. Again, don't necessarily want to see a trade down here, but that's the first presented for value gap. Could do what it wants, but that would be something I would not want to see. Again, no setup there for me on the downside either. Nothing there. It did trade up into the breaker, which we kind of talked about. This candle there, but there was no setup there for me. Yeah, it just looks very heavy. It'd have to show some like straight bullish candles just going straight up, with a lot of excitement for me to get excited about looking at this long. Again, it's just, to me, it's just acting a little bit weird. I mean, 1030 oil, crude oil, but that doesn't do anything. That literally does nothing. There is a fair value gap there. I want to see us run through that. I do see that. Because now if we respect that, maybe we do come down here and clean up some of this after hitting this 4-hour reclaims with this 15-minute 15-minute order block, 15-minute breaker, also an hourly breaker. I mean, maybe that offers 50 handles. I don't know. Needs to go, so it needs to trade through that. Pretty much there. I don't like that. Thing wants to trade higher, but it also, again, it could just be me wanting to see higher prices, and it may in fact be going lower. But the buy side to me, this looks very clean. A little bit of SMT there, but again, I could be wrong. I could just be on the wrong side. It's just showing a lot of heaviness for me, a little bit too much. But I mean, even with this market structure, I wouldn't necessarily like it as much. But you have this wick slightly closed below the inverse, but then you had this trade there. So yeah, I'm not thinking lower, definitely thinking higher, but need to see some more from more excitement from the candles. That I like. Can take this off, that doesn't mean anything. That I do like. See if we can get some more excitement here. Then maybe we'll have a trade set up. Understand we have a 5-minute order block there. We can create a gap there, then maybe trade down into. I like this candle right here. If we can create a gap there and not like run too far, that would be my trade setup there. But I like this. I do see we're trading up into a 5-minute fair value gap, but I like to see if we can kind of make a fair value gap there that's not too small or doesn't overlap. That's fine with me. And then if we can do that, kind of stay there. I like the strength there. I don't really want to see it run away very, very quickly, because if it does that, then probably not going to get a nice trade. But you know, that's what I'll be looking for. Pretty much create an order there. $73. Oh, that's way too much. I think like right there is fine. So that's gonna be my trade setup. Okay. That's a trade setup if it can happen. It's essentially what I'm looking for. It may not give it to me. 50 handles is $52 is there. So technically, that's where it needs to go to. So that's where we're gonna put it, and we'll see what happens here. See if we can get that out. Even if it closes above that 5-minute candle, that'd be even better. But I'd like to see it kind of trade down there first. But we may not get that. It may kind of just run without us. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get that entry. We'll see though. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna get it. It'd be nice, but I don't think we're gonna get that. Depending on what happens here, we may get the this one that I was really looking at, but really like that if we can get that down there, but I don't think we're gonna get it. Just the way that it's looking right now, I would have liked for this candle just to come down here, and then after that, that'd be shooting an amazing trade. But yeah, I just don't. We have 3 seconds left to the next candle. Look at that, very bold. I feel like it's just gonna run through. Would have been nice. Would have been nice. I mean, if it fails, I kind of like that one. I mean, a 2-minute chart, we may or may not get that. We'll see. Oops, sorry about that. That's my water bottle. Just fell down. Yep, so doesn't look like we're gonna get that one. We may be able to get a one if it creates it above that candle kind of I was talking about. That would have been even better. Just have to wait here. So again, right direction, patience, but just didn't offer us a setup. Kind of ran without us. I mean, failure to go up there would be nice. Create like a double top. Our setup is right in it below a discount, but the way this is trading, I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's just gonna start targeting up there. Unfortunate. Okay, so for me, I don't think that we're going to get this one anymore. So for me, I like this. Create a gap here. I will change it to there. I don't think we're going to get that one either. It's not going to be that much. Right underneath the breaker. Okay. There. I like that. Hopefully we can get that one. We can see this here. Trade right below. Hopefully it leave it there. It's fine. There, and I need like, I think there's 50. Here. Yeah, it needs to go there. So that's the trade setup. That's what it's gonna be like for me. I understand we're going above a high, but that's essentially what I'm looking for. We've done a lot of the things that I'll be looking for. We didn't get the lower one, so that's pretty much it. And we'll let it play out. Again, I think that we could be looking for this all the way up there. That's pretty nice. We can kind of go right through that. And we're almost there. Come on, you can do it. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Almost there. Almost there. You know, that wouldn't be fun, you know, get 2 inches and then kind of come right back. Or not even 2 inches, like a very, very close to it and then reject. That would be nice. That's not nice at all. You know, shooting above the high, that was nice. But then this kind of like a little bit of a pullback. Not as ideal. I think that it's drawing up to there. You know, I don't think it needs to come back down any deeper. But that's essentially what I'm looking for. See if we can get that. This thing is kind of annoying sometimes. I have all these things and it pops up on all the different screens. The thing is, like, I just don't like how we have this gap there. I would, you know, like to see us just start pulling up above there because we have about 4 minutes. We could trade down a little bit deeper. I kind of want to see us go up there. I mean, I think we ran like, I mean, we were so close to it. 51.5. Yeah. Don't necessarily like that. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that I like that pullback. I like this reaction from this gap, but I mean, almost trade would have been done in 2 minutes. Just that's how. I guess this is what it is. I mean, there's a fair value gap here. I want to see that hold. Essentially, that's what I want to see hold on the 1 minute chart. us to start to trade up to there would be magnificent. But price is going to do what it's going to do anyways. I just can take the setup, I can frame it, and just let it be. I can't do anything else other than that. I mean, with this, would I enjoy it if it came down and stopped me out after being like less than a handle? I mean, a handle and a half away. No, but it is what it is, right? It's just one of those where it didn't work. Hands under the desk, and I allowed the trade to do what it's going to do. I'm going to make sure that Trump isn't just, they haven't just, said he's speaking randomly. Not because of it fell short, just in general. Nope. Nothing. So, it's one of those trades where it's not fun, being pretty much in, but a handle and a half away from your entry, your exit, and then it just kind of ripped down against you. It's not fun, but I took a trade based off of my rules, my setup. It didn't offer the one that I wanted down here. We got above this one, which was a lot of overlapping for me, so I took it. Pretty much was it no drawdown. Now I'm like, almost back into some drawdown, so we'll see. It was almost like a 2-minute trade. It would have been one of my fastest trades taken, but can't do nothing about that, man. All I can do is just sit in the trade, and whatever it's gonna do is gonna do. I don't like how we didn't support that one, but yep, I've had trades like this before too. They're not that fun, to be honest. I've had trades where just was like really short from, it went to my target and then went real close to my target and did this same thing, and I ended up like losing because I jammed my stop loss up, but it also saved me from taking a loss. I actually believe that it's trading up here, so this coming back down in here, for me, I don't necessarily want it, but can do what it's going to do anyways. I'm okay. I think this is a really high probability trade setup, so I'm okay with that. We do have a 5-minute gap below us, but I kind of want to see us that remain open. I don't really want to see us, start to trade too deep. I need to take the labels off because you can't see anything. So this gap, it came down in it again. I'm really believing that we're going to draw up towards here. We did hit the new week opening high from December 29th. We did hit that. I would like to see it start to kind of move large range candles now, not just kind of sitting here and chilling out, but we'll see what we can get here. It's crazy. Went all the way close and they came all the way back down to entry. Now we're kind of sitting in the middle. So we'll we'll see what we get. Oh, this can be deleted. I mean, it's 10:30. Yeah, I'm not mad that it did this. Even if this comes and stops me out, it's unfortunate. But I don't control this. If I did, I would have had it, you know, this same candle whip and then just down and up. You know, if I could control it, that's what I would be doing. You know, just down it up, get me out of this thing. But yeah, I don't like where we're struggling based off of this. Also, you know, us hitting the new week opening gap high. I don't necessarily like that. But I'm going to let this trade pan out. I believe that, again, we'll be attacking that buy side liquidity above. Just for me, it's like the whole lingering thing with Trump, but then kind of how it's kind of sitting there. I would like for it to kind of, at this point, we've been in here one time, we've been here 2 times, so, you know, running it should start running if it's going to go higher. That's what it should be doing. Hopefully we can start to see some of that and just start spooling and just attacking that high. So I like that reaction. I want to see more. I want to see this remain a breakaway gap. So where even is this? Yeah, remain a breakaway gap and attack this high. And whatever happens, happens. Almost there. Come on, you can do it, Nasdaq. I believe in you. Yeah, I know what would help. Maybe if I gave you some encouragement. Like, this is the key. This is the key. You unlock it when you get there. Yeah, just too much back and forth for me. I mean, we're sitting at 26 handles in profit right now. I mean, literally, is that 54? Oh, that's 53. But yeah, just a little bit too much of this for me. Personally, I don't want to see it come back down there. Like coming back down here into this gap, I don't think it's that high probability of a trade at that point, because it's just it's I believe it should have already kind of come up here at this point. Now my time stop is, what time is it? Yeah, like 10:53. That's my time stop, because usually trades happen for me within 30 minutes. I mean, this one almost happened in like literally 2 minutes. But that's what it is for me. I don't like how it's stalling. I mean, I do like how it did use this, but I don't like how it's stalling. And then also, like, the 5-minute fair value gap is also below this, so if it coming back down here again, it'd have to like move away. Like, it's just, that's what I would be expecting. We're struggling a little bit above a high, and that to me is a little bit concerning. It should be blasting through highs, and if it's fully bullish, it should be just like screaming through highs, like have no problem stopping. Come on, this is the key. Oops. You can get there, I promise. You got it. It's in you. You can do it. I believe in you. Now, if this next candle closes, if it hits out, then obviously we're out of the trade. But wherever the next candle closes, I'm actually gonna move my stop loss up. I don't think that it should come back down from where it's at currently. So that is my I had to sit through some back and forth. This is like probably one of the first trades where I've actually had to sit through the back and forth. So we're gonna lock in the pizza here because I don't think it should come back down from where it's at. So 13 bucks. If all we get is 13 bucks out of this trade, I guess that's what we get. But where it's at currently, it shouldn't come back down. Come back down and then go higher. If it does, then that's ultimately what happens on this trade. It's okay. Always have tomorrow. Always have the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. That's what we have. So S&P is almost to that high. We've kind of failed. Oh no, it didn't even, it hit up there. Hey, this is just a lovely trade, isn't it? This is just a lovely trade. Lovely trade. You know, hits it to the T. We don't get tagged out. It's okay though. We trust. That should have been a look at that. Look at that. Hey. Lovely trade. Lovely, lovely, lovely trade. I think it gave us a little bit extra on that one too. Yeah, it gave us a little bit extra on that one. Yeah, 232. Let's go. So again, that's our trade. Man, this one took like forever. I ain't gonna hold you. Felt like it was a barn burner. But all right, that's the trade for today. That's pretty much it for moi. I'll be back on tomorrow too. Same time, 9:10. I appreciate everyone that came and stopped out and popped out to hang out with the boy. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great day trading. If you are, if not, just have a great day in general. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. God bless you.